Hello, welcome. I thought I'd do a quick overview of my watch collection. I've not been collecting that long, 12 months to 18 months in total. And just a very, very quick overview of the watches I've got so far, a little bit about why I got them. This first piece is probably where you'd actually build up to, but it's kind of really where I started. Back in 2009 I got this. It's a 16610 Submariner. It's before they changed it to the thicker case with a ceramic bezel, so this is more of the classic design. I think it's one of the last ones, produced, last production run. This is where I started. I got this watch, basically thought now I've got this, there's nothing else I really want. But of course, a few years down the line you start getting that watch bug again. Then you start looking around, seeing what's out there, and finding out that actually there's a lot more affordable, really good watches that you can go out and collect without them all having to be high end, or what you'd consider high end watches. So that's really, I guess, this is the one that really started me off rather than ending up at it. Okay, one of the things I pretty much started me off with my obsession with Seiko. This is the SKX007, the Japanese model. When I was looking to get another watch, I thought, okay, let's not just have the one watch, let's have a few more, but let's not go mad with the prices. And I mean, this thing's probably around about £130. It's a fabulous watch. It's a non-hacking movement, so which means obviously you can't pull out the crown and stop the hand, but it's just a fabulous watch. Day and date, lovely build quality, lovely finish to it, and this is probably what started me off on the Seiko madness. So from there I started looking at the older Seiko dive watches, the 6105, 8110, 8119. I was looking, pretty expensive, pretty hard to get a hold of. Did a bit of research, saw that Smiths, which is Time Factors, did a homage without battling for a real one on eBay. I was able to order this and get it within a couple of days, and it's a great watch. It's got a Miyota movement. It's not an exact replica. It's a homage. Okay, so it's got the Smiths name on it. It's 200 meters instead of 150 meters like the original. But I bought this thinking that this would satisfy me, but of course I still was looking on eBay trying to find out if I could get a real one, real 6105. Very sought after, quite annoying. Everybody's bidding for them. It's difficult to get, but I was lucky enough to actually track one down. Here it is. It's 6105 8119. What I did was actually found this for sale on an antique watch website rather than bidding for it on eBay. It's got a great, what they call patina. You can see that it's all original. I should imagine that the only thing that's been replaced is the glass, is the crystal, because that's so clean. But you can probably just see where the loom has got some black marks on it, apparently to do with a salt element to the loom they used to use. You can see how scratched the bezel is, so I'm pretty sure that's original, and the case looks original. It's not been polished to death either. So I was pretty pleased when I got that. Still didn't quench the thirst for more Seikos. I actually started looking at some of the monsters. This is a limited edition monster. Unfortunately, I should have written down all the model numbers. I'm starting to forget. Didn't come on this strap. This is an aftermarket strap, but as you can see, it's beautifully made. This has got hacking movement. I think 6R15 movement. That's a great watch, and of course wasn't satisfied with just one monster. This isn't limited edition, but it's still a beautiful watch. And also this led me to look at not just the monsters, but the mini monster range as well. They're called mini monsters because they're not as water resistant as these, but they're not mini in size. pretty big watches, but they're pretty cool actually. Really nicely made. You see there's like an exhibition case back to it. I think they're 100 meters rather than 200. Again, it's a non-hacking movement, but great looking watches, and really reasonable. I think this they refer this to the Ice or the Snow Mini Monster. I think this was about £120, something ridiculous like that, brand new. And also got this one here, which is a I think it's what they call a rose gold finish, with a brown face. That's, again, a display back. But then I started looking at the higher end Seiko diver watches. The first one I got was the famous Sumo, or in this case it's Blue, so they nicknamed the Blumo. These are beautifully made. If you see the finish on these, I think there's quite a few videos on the internet where they'll do a whole review on these, but the finish on these is great. This has got a hacking movement. I think it's 6R15 movement. It's got the S on the crown there, and that's right. Again, very reasonable. This came direct from Japan. Unfortunately, customs caught it, so I did have to pay a bit extra, but really pleased I've got this. It's a great diver's watch. It's got scuba on there, as you can see. It's 200 meters. Really good. And in fact, I've got it on a blue Seiko strap that originally came on this limited edition. I'll just swap that out there. Okay. Also looked at the more affordable Seikos. Back again, looking at these. I think again this was about £110. It's one of the Seiko 5 series. Beautiful watch. This one's quite popular for modding. It's got that Blancpain type look to it, so it's quite popular for modding for new dials and new bezels. Put it on a sailcloth strap. That's a beautiful watch. Again, if I mentioned, it's around about £120, £130, something like that. It's a nice watch. Also looked at the high end Seiko dive watches. This is the SB DX001 MM300 Marine Master. This is just a fabulous watch. This is a lot more expensive than the other ones I've just shown you from the Seiko range, but well worth it. Again, there's a lot of videos, reviews of this on YouTube, and talking about the fact that there's no case back to this. It's solid. It's built from the top, so everything goes in from the top. I believe that makes it a bit tricky to service, but so far I've not had to worry about that. But this is an absolute brilliant watch, part of the Marine Master range. There's a new special limited edition out at the moment. I think it's got gold accents on the markers on the dial and the hands, and a little red dot on the second hand. Beautiful. If I didn't already have this, I'd probably be lusting after that one. But I think one Marine Master's enough at the moment. Okay. Then getting away from Seiko for a while, myself and my friends actually have picked up on the Squally brand. This is a Squally. This is a 1521 500 meter dive watch. There are quite a few videos on it on the internet, which got us first interested. You can see the lovely engraving on the side. This is a beautiful case. A couple of friends of mine are into watches as well. They've got the blue dial version, blue bezel, which are absolutely gorgeous. I just went for the black and the polished steel version. This is actually a sharp mesh bracelet you can get from Squally, with the with the logo. But these are fantastic watches, real divers tool watches. Great watches. And then moving on from there, always wanted an Omega, always wanted a Man on the Moon. So recently I purchased this, so kind of went from the Rolex down through into the Seikos, back up to Squally, and then back up again to what I suppose you'd call more of a luxury brand, Omega. So looking at the Man on the Moons, looked at all the pros and cons about getting the Hesalite version, which this is, rather than the Sapphire Crystal, which would be what they call the Sapphire Sandwich. Wanted some, if I was going to get this, I wanted to get something which was as true to the original as possible. So Hesalite crystal, and also a solid back with the Man on the Moon engraving there. Qualified by NASA for all space missions. Came with a fabulous box as well. This is actually a new one, rather than a vintage one. I got a very, very good price on it, and it came with a fantastic box with tools and extra NATO strap, etc. So yeah, that's something a bit off piste after getting many diver watches over the last few months. And that's about it, really. Thanks for watching. Very, very quick overview. There's a few other bits and pieces in my collection, about 4 or 5 other watches, but I'll save that for another time. Okay, thanks for watching.